South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Headliners. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Right now, firefighters are working around the clock to put out a massive brush fire in South Miami-Dade. It's been burning for days now. More than 26,000 acres burned, and it's only 30% contained. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner has more from Florida City.
The fire is still growing, now at 26,000 acres at last check. But in terms of traffic, today so far has been the best day. US 1 remains open, but officials want you to know that could change, especially with the wind at any moment. Tyrone is hoping this brush fire in southwest Miami-Dade clears by the time he has to return to work in the Keys on Sunday.
Oh, man, it was a lot of traffic and it was just ridiculous.
He said the road closure has prevented him from going to work on Thursday.
Because I couldn't make it to work to provide for the family, so I had to turn around and get into all the traffic.
You can hear how loud the wind was during our interview Friday morning. That's another battle first responders are dealing with as they try to put out this fire.
The wind is always a factor in a wildland fire. It changes, and we have to keep abreast of what's happening.
A fire weather watch is in effect through Friday evening. The National Weather Service posted this on social media, reminding everyone not to start any outdoor fires, not to park vehicles on dry grass, and to safely discard any cigarettes.
If you smell smoke, it's best to stay indoors. Keep your windows and your doors closed. Keep your AC in recirculating. And this is especially important for those with respiratory conditions.
Chopper 4 captured the flames Friday morning. You can see the line of flames and smoke. Cardstown Road remains closed for the fourth day in a row. It's one of the two roads heading into the Keys. Miami-Dade County Emergency Management said the other road, US 1, could close at any point on Friday and to check for updates before you head out the door. What you're looking at right now is the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue's mobile command center, which they've set up in an empty lot just about 1 block north of Cardstown Road, which is still blocked off at this hour. Fire crews have been coming in and out of here all morning long, getting updates on the best way to tackle this fire. Again, US 1 remains open, Cardstown Road is closed, and at last check, the fire is at 30% contained, but fire crews are saying this could last for several more days. In Florida City, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
With brush fire concerns continuing across South Florida, the question on the minds of many people is, what can we do to keep our homes and families safe? CBS News Miami's Steve Majiri shows us how to lower the chance of a brush fire near your home.
He waters it.
Doris Bryant says her brother takes care of her grandmother's lawn for the aesthetics.
He gets so many compliments about the grass. This is his baby.
And also for the safety. Michael Kane of the Broward County Sheriff's Office's Fire Rescue says green grass means it's been watered.
Green grass is safe grass.
This is vital right now, since the Florida Forest Service sent us this chart showing in red how dry South Florida has been due to a lack of rain. The Forest Service says the wind and the dry conditions are just one reason why the agency spent nearly the last week putting out a brush fire in a rural area in southwest Dade.
I heard about those brush fires and I'm like, oh my God, we got to make sure we keep this grass nice and watered. We don't want no fires or anything like that.
It's very dry. It crumbles in your hand. This is almost a tinderbox waiting to ignite.
Kane says that brush fires are less common in residential areas, but they can happen when it's extra dry and windy.
It could be anything from negligence, like a barbecue that's not being controlled properly, or a lightning strike, or even a power line that could come down.
Kane says that if you can't soak up your yard, trim it, like this property owner did.
So there's not a lot of fuel to feed a fire here.
Kane says while this brush fire did burn through hundreds of acres in a rural area, that's much less likely to happen here in a residential area. That's because much more people live around here and are more likely to see it. Kane says his department can respond to a fire here in minutes. In West Park, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.
A South Florida attorney who represents a Venezuelan man deported to El Salvador says his client is not a gang member. Last weekend, the Trump administration used the Alien Criminal Act to send more than 200 Venezuelans to a mega prison in the Central American nation, alleging the men were gang members. The attorney says his client was scheduled to have a hearing for political asylum on Wednesday. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor joins us with more.
You see in the videos that they keep their heads low.
Attorney Martin Rosno says his client is one of the men seen in this video released by the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, on his X account.
He is one of them. He has been identified as an active member of Tren de Aragua.
Tren de Aragua is a Venezuelan gang that, according to the federal government, its members infiltrated several states of the U.S. Rosno says his client was wrongfully identified as one of them. His client is 26-year-old Jose Franco Caraballo, who, according to his Facebook page, is a barber.
And why do you think that happened?
They seem to have a similar pattern of fashionable tattoos, not a tattoo that indicates any sort of affiliation with a gang.
These are his tattoos.
The one that they had the most focus on was a pocket watch with the time of birth of his eldest daughter.
Caraballo was detained in Dallas, Texas last month.
Does he have a criminal record?
He does not have a criminal record, neither in Venezuela. He's never been arrested, neither in Venezuela nor in the United States.
We also searched to see if Franco Caraballo has a criminal record and did not find anything. Robert Serna, a top immigration and customer enforcement official, in a sworn statement filed Monday, indicated that while it is true that many Tren de Aragua members removed under the Alien Enemy Act do not have criminal records in the U.S., that is because they have only been in the United States for a short period of time. The lack of criminal record does not indicate they pose a limited threat.
It was during a check-in on February 3rd when he presented himself that they detained him. What they say is that he has not been admitted and has no visa to be here in the United States.
Venezuelan activist Adelis Ferro says Caraballo was not the only one wrongfully deported to El Salvador.
At least a couple of dozens of families are stepping forward and saying that their family members have no such a thing as a criminal record.
Ferro told me Venezuelans now fear they will be stigmatized as members of a gang.
Venezuelan immigrants, we have no relationship with the Tren de Aragua in an immense majority.
Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, Wall Street continued to see major ups and downs, with some fearing a recession. See what experts are saying about that next.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. The ups and downs on Wall Street, higher grocery prices, and looming concerns over tariffs. It's a lot of economic news to absorb. CBS News Miami's Steve Majiri has what you need to know to ease the financial stress you may be feeling.
The best word to say is scary.
Walter Razor is retired and on fixed income.
I can tell each day how much I'm going to have. Then I have a formula that figures out each week, so I can tell each week how much I'm going to have.
He would want to spend his days relaxing by the pool, but instead, he's added number crunching to his retirement routine.
This is my place to go in and find the income that I have to find.
Razor says he does this anytime he's worried a price may change on an everyday need, but he's trying to stay optimistic.
It's a daily thing now.
He's worried for his finances because of the volatility he's seen in recent weeks in the U.S. economy.
We have to get things stable for us to be able to know what the costs are going to be.
Tariffs, losses on Wall Street, and inflation are all weighing on him. The latest inflation numbers came out last week, showing that while inflation cooled off a little, prices still rose 2.8% in February compared to that month last year. Among the rising prices, medical care costs rose 3%, car insurance rose 11%, and the cost of eggs went up 58%. Racer has noticed that cost change when he buys a dozen cage-free eggs.
At the cheapest prices, they were a little under $4, about $3.78, $3.98, something around there. Yesterday was the best at $4.78, was the best I've seen in a while.
Maybe the best thing you can do at this moment is to concentrate on the things you can control.
Jill Schlesinger is CBS News' business analyst. She says if you have money in investment accounts, checking them every day isn't good for your stress.
check it quarterly, maybe biannually, maybe you check it at the end of the year, but you should not be so invested in the day-to-day gyrations.
Schlesinger says during these uncertain times, you should be thinking about what you're spending your money on.
If you look at how you're spending right now and maybe delay any big spending moments, that you could probably find a little bit of extra money to squirrel away into that emergency reserve fund.
For Racer, that spending will include a new taillight for his car after he says it was hit. At the heart of his economic dilemma, he could either file a claim with his insurance company or pay it out of pocket. He thinks either option could be a big blow.
What is it going to do to your insurance? Is your insurance going to go up because you're reporting an accident?
And what you heard there was just a taste of the insights that Jill Schlesinger has when it comes to navigating these uncertain economic times. You can find her full thoughts on this topic on our website, cbsmiami.com. In Sunrise, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.
And now a story you'll see only on CBS Miami. Exclusive access into Miami Beach's real-time intel center, where police are monitoring crowds as part of the city's spring break crackdown. Police have announced hundreds of arrests so far as the peak of the season approaches. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister is in Miami Beach with how law enforcement is dealing with those crowds.
There's no doubt spring break is officially here in Miami Beach. But this isn't the spring break of years past.
It ain't how it used to be. Ain't too many people out here. The police ain't got too strict, so people be scared to come now. So ain't too many people out here this year.
It's been a calm vibe. Like it's real calm out here.
Spring break really just turned up a couple nights. Definitely with the police, they going crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never seen so many cops in my life.
While hundreds of officers from different agencies are swarming the beach, more than 850 cameras across the city are being monitored in their new real-time intelligence center.
This is a game changer.
Officer Christopher Best with the Miami Beach Police Department gave us rare access inside of the command center, where skilled and trained professionals monitor everything that's happening on the city's cameras.
They collect as much intelligence and information as possible, collaborate with our dispatcher and call takers, and if they see something that can lead the boots on the ground to an apprehension and or an officer safety component, they will relay that information in real time.
According to Miami Beach Police, there have been more than 280 spring break related arrests, at least 27 guns seized, and at least 7 DUI arrests.
This weekend is one of our busiest weeks historically during spring break.
It's still early in the game for spring break, but those who came here to party tell us they're still enjoying everything the city has to offer.
It can get a little dead, but as far as my experience, this is hard. It's hard. It's been hard out here. I mean, I think right now we in a good spot. I ain't gonna say it's too calm, it's too high, but I feel like we in a good spot right now.
From South Beach, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.
Okay, when we come back, it was the story making waves on social media. See why some streets in South Florida will now be taking on a new name that might sound familiar if you like music. That's next.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Now to an update on a story we previously brought you on Headliners. You will soon be able to drive down Trick Love the Kid Street. That's as Miami-Dade County Commissioners endorse a plan to bring some buzz to a Liberty City neighborhood. Commissioners say they want to bring more culture and change to the community. CBS News Miami's Maribel Rodriguez visited those streets to see what all the buzz is about.
All right, show the item passed. Congratulations, Commissioner.
Victory on Tuesday for Commissioner Keon Hardiman and for Liberty City. Some of the most popular song titles and phrases like DJ Khaled, "We the Best," and Luke's famous "It's Your Birthday," will officially become street names in the 18th corridor in Liberty City.
And the purpose of this was to introduce this to the world, to say that in Miami, when you come here, if you're traveling to Miami on your birthday, you can come take a picture on It's Your Birthday Street.
But Luke, just one of the dozens of local artists that will also have the honor. So soon the street sign will be changing to Chase This Money Street.
Chase This Money Street.
We caught up with Rondo Smith and his mom, Taria Smith-Lewis, as they toured the area where their brother and son, Mike Smith's lyrics, "Chase This Money," will call a street his own.
I went broke and my phone stopped ringing.
It just gives you hope, you know what I mean? It lets you know that anything is possible. No matter where you start, you'll always reach your destination. And
we've gone from being the working homeless to now my son is being a sign artist. And this is a great legacy for our grandkids, for people who we work with in the community.
And that's why Commissioner Hardiman wants Liberty City to become a place residents could be proud of and a new destination for visitors to enjoy.
It's too long that we have to sit in squalor and in pain and in the conditions that these neighborhoods are sitting in without trying something dramatic to actually change the neighborhood.
And not only will some of these local artists have their own mural right here in their neighborhood, they will also have some street signs named after some of their most popular songs right here in the neighborhood where it all started. In Liberty City, Maribel Rodriguez, CBS News, Miami.
Okay, we're celebrating Women's History Month in this week's all-new Miami Proud by spotlighting two young ladies who have a bright future ahead of them and are already making a difference in South Florida. These academic scholars give back to the community, helping everyone from children to classmates to senior citizens. It's not every day that a marching band greets two students at school. But Isabella Brano and Sierra Rojas are not your everyday students. These two juniors at Hialeah Gardens High School are academic superstars.
It's my pleasure to tell you about Sierra and Isabella as two of our students. They're incredible young ladies that work hard not only in the classroom but outside the walls of the school.
Both Sierra and Isabella have A+ grade point averages and take college credit courses while still in high school. They volunteer at local hospitals, elementary schools, homeless shelters, and nursing homes. They collect books for needy students, champion composting at school, and raise money for local charities.
Well, overall, I would say I'm a very involved individual. I participate in a lot of different things. I have volunteered for different organizations like the Miami Rescue Mission, His House. I've gone to nursing homes like the one here, Hialeah Gardens Adult Senior Daycare. I have read to these elderly patients that are suffering from Alzheimer's and different types of mental disorders.
With these organizations is from all the way to little babies or at the NICU to seniors at adult daycares. We're making a difference by making their day a little brighter, whether it's through yoga, salsa, learning how to breathe properly, or even just a meal, because you never know who needs it.
An avid reader, Sierra started a book club to share her love for reading. She also has a podcast called Simplified Success.
We know some students don't like to listen. We know just putting on your AirPods every day isn't going to do it. So we really just try to present to students what can actually help them. How do they get their AAs? How do they get the ACE diploma, AP? Like, we try to define everything for them and make that path clear. Isabella has a podcast of her own, also focusing on issues of interest to students.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Teen Talk Unfiltered. I think we're never perfect, and there's always still more to learn and to keep developing. But when it comes to guidance and how other people see me, I hope to be a guardian angel to some people, right? The light in the darkness when maybe they're feeling alone, they should know that I'm always here.
Dr. Neri Lewis teaches honors classes at the school. She helped organize the marching band salute for the two girls.
So for me, what I would want to see for them is to just keep going, to continue the journey that they've started, because sometimes as girls, they're often, society often overlooks them. So this was my little nod to society too, to honor them because they are such hardworking young ladies.
Very impressive young ladies making our entire community proud. And thank you for joining us this half hour in Headliners. And as always, keep it right here to CBS News Miami for up-to-the-minute breaking news and weather 24 hours a day. Make it a great day.